the professional you know you are. So hit it, man.
Uh, how many children does Nelson Mandela have?
Oh Lord, man, these are Africans, man. I don't know, man. What, 6, 7, 29? I have no
How many
idea.
wives did he have?
As far as I know, what they had to, maybe I guess Gracia
Someone,
Marcel is about. I guess it must be his third wife,
yeah,
like
okay.
that. No, I'm not asking it. This is not an exam.
No, good enough, good enough, good enough. So how hot is it in South Africa this time
No.
of the year?
Well, it's we're reversed. So it's just coming out of. It's about the same temperature here because we're reversed. So now we're going into fall. We're into fall. They're into spring, or they'll be coming out of spring going into summer. You see, like that.
So
You
how
know,
come you wind up in the furthest part of Africa that one
no,
could get to and still be on
no,
the continent?
no, that's not how it happened. You know my specialty. I'm audio drama, and I had been at a radio conference in Milan, Italy, and the guy there saw what I did. And for years, he'd been trying to get me to go down and do a workshop. And so when I had my little incident with the sea, and I was just like you, I didn't want to do nothing for a year. I'm in the neck brace for a year. I'm just in Silver Spring, Maryland, with this very nice sister, and I'm just chilling, right? And then Peace Watch, they're starting Peace Watch. They found out I was down there, so they kept on hammering. Well, just do. They needed an engineer, like what they did for democracy now, or like what we did for democracy now. You know exactly what the job is. And so they're saying like so I said, no, no, no. I said, but this guy's got to go on vacation. Why don't you just give him for a little while? So I got there, and then all of a sudden I was there. It was like for about 3 months. Then they wanted to sign me to a contract, but at the same time, Zane, the guy for Bush Radio in Cape Town, he got the Netherlands where to get some money. So I said, "Oop, out of here. Got to do my workshop because I'm audio drama." That's why I couldn't. People don't understand when I stopped BAI from arts director. People say, "This is crazy. This guy, you can go to any play, you can go to anything. You're doing a great job, blah blah blah." But you don't understand. When I got that job, that task, what happened was uh, uh, I just put my resume in because I wanted them to beat me on paper because all the other arts directors we had were like terrible. The guy before me, he's up there, going to wine, art openings and eating cheese and drinking wine. They wouldn't deserve a department. That was my department. So I put my little resume in. They just got to beat me on paper. So meanwhile, I'm doing audio drama. I think what was I doing then? I was doing, I think I was doing The Outsider, the big one, The Outsider, right? So I'm not paying any attention. So they called me for some interview. I put on a little suit jacket, had a little kente cloth thing there. And I said, yeah, yeah, yeah. See you. I'm out here because I'm in rehearsal. I don't know what they're talking about. And like a few months later, they said, oh, you got the job. So what are you talking about? Oh, you're arts director. I'm going like, oh man. So Samori was program director at the time. I said, look, Samori, I'm not an administrator, right? If I do this thing, then you're going to have to somebody's going to have to send me to school for being whatever y'all do here. The only thing I know about management is I'm a stage manager. That's what I do. So I was trained as a stage manager. I said, and I'm only doing this job for 3 years. I told her, I'm only going to do this job for 3 years. And as we kept on going, stuff that happened, I do all the big audio dramas, blah, 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 blah. And then some more talked me into doing it for another year. I said, look, I am leaving. This is the last year. So people don't understand an artiste mentality. You got to do your arts. You can't be doing no whatever they think they're going to do, some slave to the administration or whatever. I don't know what they think they was getting. In fact, it was so funny because even to the day I left, people did not think I was going to go. Who's going to leave a job like this, a cushy job like that, right? And of course, Valerie did not like me, or she did everything to sabotage my little people were throwing me parties and stuff like that. Oh man, it was hilarious. So the moment I got on that plane, I left the day that I got on the plane to get out of the stop, no, not to South Africa, but to get away from that situation. So that's it. So when I went to, then I started, I did a workshop. That was the first time I was on a contract. So they're going like, the expert. And I'm looking around and say, what expert are they talking about? Because I never did a contract or anything before like that, right? And so, one thing led to another. And I was going to, I gave him a 3 month workshop, whatever the money was, because, I don't deal with money. I said, eh. And then one thing led to another, and I ended up 10 years in Cape Town. We did this incredible initiative called Pan African Space Station. Oh, it was unbelievable. In fact, the guy that Neil Younger and Anthony and Tebe, Neil has a show right now at Kara. He got a show. You should go down there and see it. Kara's down there, 13th Street between 7th and 8th Avenues. Right across from the Gay Men's Health Club, whatever they're calling it these days. Right up from the Yoga Institute or whatever it is. But what's the address? Again, it's 225 West 13th Street. You really should go down and see it. It's worth it. Really, you should go down and see it. And there's this project you can buy the record, right? It's an amazing, the origin of the song "Amazing Grace." He did something with it. It's like two sides. I sat down and listened to it. You should look at my YouTube. We talk about it. Me and this guy talk about it. But you'd be interested in it.
I should look at your YouTube.
Yeah.
So you ought to tell me how to get to your YouTube.
Easy. Anthony J. Sloan YouTube channel. Ta-da! Ta-da.
So now that's how you got to the furthest reaches of Africa that you could get.
I was
the
invited.
Bottom of the continent.
I was invited.
I
was invited.
You were invited.
And
Okay.
and then one thing led to another, and like what was that? 19 years later, or whatever. I got there in 2003, whatever year this is. Like 19 years later, I'm living there. Got a wife. I got a whole situation. This is what I wanted you. That picture that I took, the selfie. What I'm doing is I'm taking all these selfies, right? And we're gonna make a wall. I started a little community house.
Okay.
And I'm taking a wall and we're gonna laminate these pictures and put them under like so every place I've been, all these faces is just gonna be on this wall.
Now the only way my face is gonna be on your wall
Oh, please.
is when I get to there and you plaster my face on the wall
Well, then
live and direct.
Then you gotta get there. You know
So
why?
how the hell do I get there?
Well, all you gotta
See, I've never gotten an invitation either out of Africa or into Africa.
Let me put it this way. I'm in the Eastern Cape. I'm no longer in Cape Town. I'm in the Eastern
I
Cape.
don't know the difference between one Cape or another.
Okay,
You could be Cape Crusader. You could be Dracula. I don't know what.
They call my hospitals my whatever call me.
So
yeah.
So where the hell is the Eastern Cape in relationship to Joburg?
Oh no, Joburg is forget Joburg. We don't talk about Joburg.
Okay.
This is where what's the name where Steve Biko.
Okay,
was
all right. That's a name I know.
Okay, they have a little institute there, whatever it is.
Okay.
That's in King Williams. It was in Ginsburg, really, but it's in King Williamstown.
Okay.
So yeah, just remember King Williamstown. It's like an hour from East London, right? So there's King Williamstown, and I'm about 10 minutes from there in Dimbaza. A place called Dimbaza. You can remember Dimbaza because there's a famous film called Last Grave at Dimbaza, where these graves of these children was killed, right? And Steve Biko was killed in Port Elizabeth. Port Elizabeth is pretty close too. So if you can remember Port Elizabeth, or more specifically King Williamstown, I'm close to there.
So besides that, what's a good reason to come to Africa besides the safari?
I don't know. I'm not a tourist. I don't tour. I live with the peoples. I'm with the downtrodden. So I don't. Look, South is so diverse.
Or
it's
Southern
lush.
Africa, I should say.
Yeah. I actually don't say South Africa. I say Southern Africa. When I write stuff, I say Southern Africa. Because it's a whole region there. But there's so much. I mean, just the landscape is a beautiful country. If you rent a car, you fly into Cape Town, right? You rent, and then Cape Town's got everything there. You got to be there for like at least I don't know, 10 days, 3 weeks, or whatever it is. And I have contacts there. The people could get you around. In fact, when I go back, there's a place called Felipe, and I'm training. See, I do stuff there. I don't get paid, but I used to do stuff there. There's some young people there. They have Felipe Village, and what I do is I'm going to train, give them some pointers in media and stuff like that, right? And then you rent a car and you take the garden route, and you just take the garden route for about a week. You know what I mean? And then the garden route will bring you to the garden route will bring you to Port Elizabeth, then it will bring you to East London. And once you get there, you're close to me.
What's a good time to go to Africa? Southern Africa.
Now?
And now?
Yeah, because summer's coming up, but the summers are not, something real, summer's hard. No, the best time I would say would be, say, around February, March, around there.
Okay, that's a deal.
That's
a deal. So now, if some black folks or some curious folks or some authentic folks
Yeah.
want to go see and experience the real Africa,
I can
how
hook
do
you
we
up.
get to you?
Well,
To hook,
like
to
I
get the
said,
hookup.
well, you just talked to me, but the first thing you
I'm
need to,
talking to you now, man.
I'm telling you
Give
what
it to
do.
me now. Don't.
What you do, you go into Cape Town. I'll give you, I tell you the guy, right?
Okay.
Really
Please
good friend of mine.
You know his name?
Yes, I know. His name
Tell
is
me his name.
His name is Ian Harris. He runs a thing called Coffee Bean Roots, right? And they give you the really authentic with music,
Okay.
jazz,
So
wine, all that stuff.
Ian Harris,
Yeah.
Coffee
Bean
Beans Roots. That where?
in Cape Town.
So Ian Harris, Coffee Beans
Roots.
Roots
That's what it is. It's a
in
tourist
Cape
company.
Town.
In Cape Town,
And
right?
if I go on the web, there may be a website.
Yeah. So his name is Iain. That's how you spell it. The last name
Okay.
Harris.
Okay.
You know, he's on Instagram all the time. You get some stuff. Do you get Instagram? No, you don't. Okay, but just look. He's got a website. You know, you see all you want. He's award winning, all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But he'll hook you up, right?
Okay.
That way you get the real authentic. When I say authentic, really authentic stuff. You know what I mean? With the Cape Malay, with the wine tour, the music, the jazz, and all the rest of it. He'll hook you up. And if you, since you're a personal friend of mine, he will. Believe me, he will. Okay. In fact, I can do Instagram right now with you, and because he checks my Instagram all the time.
Let's do it, baby.
Okay, because I got to go pretty soon.
Go. All right, we do it tomorrow.
Okay. Well, tomorrow's got to be early because I'm leaving out tomorrow. I'm taking the train down to Virginia.
What time is early for you?
Well, the early. What time you get up?
I'm out of here tomorrow by 6:00. Then I'm out of here at 6:00 tomorrow morning. Then I'll be back here about 7:00, 7:30.
Oh, okay.
Then I'm heading down to New Jersey.
Okay, good. Then I'd say 8:00. I can be at 8:00 because I got to get my train is at 2:00.
Oh, you got
Okay.
lots of time. So 8:00,
We'll come there.
Right.
And we'll do everything tomorrow morning.
and we'll do the Instagram,
Everything. That's right.
and we'll make the arrangement.
Yes, we will.
So I am getting an invitation to Africa.
I being you, Errol Maitland. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. This the man, the myth, the legend. You know, the activist.
And I'm going to Africa.
Yes, you are.
An invitation.
That's right.
Okay, that's nice. And my dog may want to come too, but I don't think they'll let him in the country.
No, he makes too much noise. All right. Hey,
All right, brother.
that's it for me. T from the Pattersons taking the train to bed, letting you know what we definitely suspect.